And hello guys, we are here. Unfamiliar voice, but a familiar face. This is Shivendra. Shivendra is the owner, the runner of the... What channel do you run?
Kingdom Crew, but it's kind of defunct now.
No, Kingdom Crew never be defunct. Alright, so what did you do today?
Well, I did enough to make some fresh content, which was top 16 the Trinidad Nationals 2022. I were over 300 people here.
304 to be exact.
Oh, 304, my bad, sorry. And
That's fine.
I had a great time, to be honest, with my best deck and my favorite deck.
What is that?
Phantom Knight, PK best deck.
What's the best deck?
PK.
Best deck.
Let's
Right,
go.
let's get in the profile.
Sure.
Yeah. So how many cards? Main deck.
45, hashtag 45 gang.
Alright, so why did you choose 45?
Well, a lot of these choices are just gonna be coming down to how I found the cards to play with my hand and the ratios that I liked. And I really like a 45 card deck. I think in this format there are so many good engines that a mixture always works best. Swordsoul and Despia is kind of the exception, but Swordsoul still has a tiny package. And Despia is just gas,
Yeah.
right? And with PK, what I found is when you hit the DP, I needed something to whittle down the opponent's resources to more control-based style of play.
Okay. So less aggro, more
Correct.
control.
It was more mid. It was real
Okay,
mid.
nice.
It
Well-
could vary between control and still explode with the PK side.
That's really nice. Let's get into the deck profile.
Sure. So, first off, we have 2 tone scales.
Oh, this is actually pretty interesting. Why 2 and not 3?
Well, during testing, I started off with 3. And I was constantly doing it. And by itself, it kind of conflicts with the Brave package. And I didn't really like that.
Oh, so that's a spoiler. You're playing Brief.
Yeah,
So,
slight
PK Brave.
spoilers.
Yeah.
PK Brave. Yes, correct. True. And honestly, I just found it to be good as to working with it. I saw it when I could see it. I would open cloak, so I would get it anyhow. Because I always want to get it off the special summon and use the fact then.
Okay.
So I wouldn't get that conflict.
Yeah, sure.
And well, this is pretty standard.
Yeah,
3
that's standard.
boots, 2 cloak, 1 glove, 1 greaves. Greaves really is the worst top deck. It really is. But it's such a good extender going second and such a good extender in general when you've already have to use boots.
Yep.
So
Sounds
those are
good.
PK.
Yep.
Now, as I spoke before, we are playing the Adventure Engine, and that would include Boom, 3 Enchantress, 1 Griffin Rider, and slight change to the Nomi again, 2 right with the Faithful and the Jacobal.
Okay, so what's the choice between 2 right and not 3 right?
Space.
Okay.
As you see, I'm playing hand traps in this build, and I wanted to cut down on something. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, okay, but you need the starter. But I value the Enchantress more, and I value the hand traps here to focus on my game plan, which was to whittle down their resources.
And I guess Enchantress being a level 3 came up.
A lot,
Yeah.
a lot. When I see 2 level 3s on board, that's the day I get through. But,
Game over.
but the most important thing is that Enchantress also add back from grave.
Yep.
So it never was a case of running out of right.
Yeah.
Once you have Enchantress, you get through.
Yeah, that's good logic.
Further to that, we'll
Any
continue with
monsters,
monsters.
I see a snake.
Yes, the good boy.
Good boy.
So, Snack, he's basically a free body,
Yep.
basically.
Guaranteed
And what is really niche is that when you open 2 scales, where is he? Alright, wherever he is. When you open 2 scales and you discard Snake Focus, you feel on top of the world. Because even if they ask you, even if they improve you, you are getting those 2, 3 level 3s on board to make Cherubini. And that's all you really need.
Alright.
Speaking of level 3s that like to make their way on the board, we have the basic 2 psychic monsters. Once you have a level 3, special summon.
Okay.
Easy. Now, this next, not much people are going to play this because it's kind of bricky, and it did break for me today once or twice, but I made most of it. 1 Terratop and 1 Taketam.
Is that an ulti Terratop?
Yes, this is special shout out to Abby Case Barsdale. However, unfortunately, I did not get to resolve it completely. I did special summon the Terratop, but I got it improved.
Oh, damn.
But still, that's a negate, I beat it out, so it worked anyhow. Now first, a quick view into the hand traps. We're playing Triple Ash and DD Crow. And as you'll see later, I'm playing some Imperms.
Best hand traps in the format, right?
Yes, I think right now with the matchups, meta matchups, Triple Ash, DD Crow, 203 and Imperm are really good.
Yep.
They handle the Swordsoul, they handle the Despia. Crow is a godsend against Despia. If you Crow when they're branded in red, that's really good. A lot of people opt to play Bell, but the problem is you can't Bell under Lost.
Yeah.
Because Bell negates activations.
Yeah.
But you can still achieve more or less the same thing with the Crow.
Yeah, so basically in every situation where Bell is good, Crow is probably better, right?
Correct. And now we get into the spells. Extenders. 1. Boom.
Okay, so how
3
was
telly.
it playing 3 telly and no Ghost Ogre?
I honestly, I should have fit in the Ghost Ogre, but I kind of built this deck the morning of the tournament, like 2 o'clock, and I didn't think about it, but it didn't come up. I didn't come up, but that is some feedback I would like to take away. I would like to add in an Ogre somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
It actually came up where I had double E-Telly, and the opponent thought I was bringing an Ogre, and they were forced to negate the second E-Telly. So, even when it's not there, Ogre still puts it in with.
Yeah. Shout out to Ghost Ogre.
Correct. Also, this.
Boy.
This card is worth every single dollar. It is so good, and there are so many niche interactions that come up with this. I use this in a variety of ways. I use this to actually cross monsters by battle, to defend my monsters, to just clear space with the Fog Blades and the Faithful so I can play traps. And well, one of the niche interactions is that if you droplets and send Draco back, Draco just comes back for free. So
Once you have the token.
once I have the token, so it's pretty free like that.
It was free. Extenders
With
in the
every dollar.
graveyard.
So good. Correct. And with a deck like PK, getting things in the graveyard is always nice.
Yeah, for sure.
That is free.
No, this card here, this has a special story behind it. It was previously on loan, but due to my
Is that a hobby league router?
correct, it's a hobby league router. It was previously on loan to me. Parallel rate. I mean,
Ultra parallel.
ultra parallel rate, correct. It was previously on loan to me by a certain somebody named Shivendra Harripersad, but due to my performance, I've been gifted it, and now it's my favorite card.
Sentimental
Broadwell
card.
has some serious competition. Serious. And then some one-offs, Call by the Grave.
Best card in format, right?
This
Insane.
is so
Awesome.
versatile. It stops the hand traps. It allows me to go aggressively, banish things from the graveyard, banish their resources. It is a versatile card and so good. You need to play one of it. Foolish Extender. It could load the graveyard with PKs, but every time I drew it, I end up just sending Enchantress
Yeah.
because that is what I needed.
Gotta
It's another
negate.
complete. Correct, yeah. Now, not much people are gonna main this, but this was a meta call. I know there was gonna be a lot of trap decks or heavy backrow decks, and I opted to put this in. So maybe with a different meta, this could be the Ghost Ogre.
How did it work for you this weekend?
Well,
Pretty good.
not really.
Really?
You know, I actually did not see it the times I had backrow matchups, and the one time I did see it, they had the Heavenly Lord.
Okay, sure.
So that was unfortunate, but you know, the theories. We're coming to the chops now. Of course, we're playing triple forward.
Yeah.
So good. In a format where we're dealing with a lot of on the field effects. It's Swordsoul, Despia. This is really good as it negates and it helps protect your board from attacks. Like
Yep.
when they try to cross the apple, Fogblade, whatever they're talking, it stays. We're playing one Brigadine.
Yeah.
Extender, one wing. Initially, I was opting to play sword, but I didn't find a sword, so you're going with me. It didn't come up either way, but where the sword would be better here is that the sword could give Apo an extra negate because it's 800 boost. But
Oh, wow.
I didn't have sword and it never came up, so that's that. Now, after it, I didn't want to do this before. I'm a big advocate for not playing in Boom while having shade.
Yeah, didn't it clash?
It clashed, it came up a few times, but the value I got out of the Imperm was
worth
really
it,
good. Imperm in the Moe, stopper holds it. It was worth it for sure. And with the deck, with the extenders, I was able to easily back up and get an explosive start on the next turn. So the Imperm really lended itself for me to achieve my game plan, which was just to whittle down their resources to a stage where I could just explode with PK and OTK the next turn.
Okay.
So let's get into the extra
No,
deck.
that's the main deck, right?
Yeah, that is the main deck. So extra deck, playing one Apple.
Yeah.
It's really easy to set this up. This is really good against the Floowandereeze match. It's, unless they have Imperm, they're not gonna get through a turn while Appaloosa's up. It also helps protect from hand traps, but the Brave is really doing that. But if this does survive with negates, it allows you with full confidence to get the access code
Oh, that's
Toka without having to get Nibiru. Speaking of himself, access code. This ended so many games for me. The game plan was simple. Go in, stop them with hand traps, make access code OTK. That was it. And so said, so done.
Did his job.
Yeah. Nightmare, you become part of the combo. So Cherubini extend into Unicorn, pitch, shuffle, and then I could pop either 1 or 2. So the Brave token, I could use the Link Spider, which I'll show you soon, to get the extra pop.
Yep.
So that was more than enough. Rusty standard PK stuff, needed for sure. This allows me to set up boards where I have like double Fog Blade, Brave Negate, and whatever hand traps in hand.
Wow.
So that was a tough board for anybody to play through while maintaining my own resources and being able to play next turn.
Puts in that work.
For sure. Now, probably the best link to any game.
I think Halki Fibras has something to say about that.
I don't know about that card. I don't know what card it is. But 2 level 3s, Cherubini. Now, this in every manner of fashion is a successor to Dante Traveler, the Burning Abyss, because it sends 4 cost. Somebody actually tried to ask me today, I told them no.
On day 2, Judge asked you?
Yeah,
Jesus
and I was like,
Christ.
wow. And even if they imperm, cost goes through. And one other thing though, not a lot of people know this, but Germany has a protection effect for itself.
It's a secret effect.
Apparently, they don't read that part, apparently.
That's why secret.
So, if it were to be destroyed, you can send any other card on the field to the graveyard and protect it. Now that actually came up a lot. There were 1 or 2 times I got Ogred, or they tried to cross over the Cherubini, but I needed it to stay on field to combo off next turn. And I protected it, and it was like, wait, what? Another thing too is to play around Ogre for the few matches is that when I would bring the Torn Scales or any of my combo starters or Griffin self, I could place the Griffin next under the Link Arrow, which will protect it because Beanie protects everything in points.
Oh yeah, so it can't go so good. So.
Correct. Dark, basically just another way to get access to Toka.
Yep.
Because once they're playing a Dark, I make Dark, huff something from their graveyard, go into Unicorn, and then access.
And there are some pretty good dark monsters
Yeah.
in the format.
Yeah, correct. Prior to the banners, this card was really good.
Special Summon DP.
Special Summon DP, that was the name, but it's still really good. And of course, the Link Spider, you make this off Brigandine, you make this off the token, so it's. Okay. And well, yes, sorry. And then onto the Xyzers, well, Xyz, I should say.
Xyzers.
2 break sword. This is so good going second. Breaking a board. They have to really contemplate whether to improve it or not. And then if they do improve it, you just enter battle phase, take some damage, and make this.
Yep.
So you use this.
As a spoiler?
Yeah, true. It is not a spoiler. Leviate, shout out to Robert Mohammed for lending me this. And this is key to recycling resources. So a lot of times with the basic play, you're gonna banish Cloak, you're gonna banish one of the PKs to make your combo go off, and the Leviate puts it back in grave. That's why it's so good. So it gives you those resources in grave to OTK the next turn.
Okay.
Redoer. Not a lot of people play this, but I love this card. This is so good.
MVP of the deck?
No one's saying MVP, but every game I made him, he did what he had to do. It had a time I actually played a Floowandereeze player, standby, effect, and I took his riser.
His riser?
His riser. It wasn't coming back. So just that alone was insane.
So he was a hidden gem then.
Hidden
Yeah.
gem, correct. I love him so much. And of course, the Zeus package, the download and Zeus. Zeus is Zeus. It's so good. I don't know who in Konami decided to print this card.
That's a good explanation. Zeus is Zeus.
Zeus is Zeus. It's so good. It clears the entire board and resets the field. And because you're putting stuff in your grave, you now have the resources to explode with the Phantom Knights. So it does everything you want it to do with this game plan.
Scythe, night big brother.
Lastly, I have these two.
Whoa!
These were extra spaces. I only played one Despia. I didn't do the Super Poly, so these never came up. So, but
I don't think I've ever seen a PK player with extra deck space before.
it happened.
It happened and it worked out well, you know?
It worked out well. Correct. VT, DP, and a Dagda for one of your spots.
Thanks to Konami's banners.
Thanks, Konami, allowing me to play 2 cards. Great. Fantastic. Now, lastly, let's get into the side.
Yeah.
As mentioned before, Super Poly.
Oh, lovely.
This is really good against the Despia. Any dark deck, because I have his Faber Venom. But never drew it, never came up, so just a theory, I guess. Nothing to report there.
Next time.
Next time. Twin Twister. I love getting stuff engraved. I love popping stuff.
Picos.
Picos. Toss snack plus free. So good. I only started seeing for some of the back row matches. Unfortunately, the same time I saw it, he had the load. So that was a oof.
Yeah.
But you win some, you lose some. And the other back row removal, we have double evenly.
How come 2 and not 3?
Well, I cut space for this.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
Now,
good. Pretty good card.
This is so good. Every time I resolved this, I went on to win the game. No question about it. I didn't see Red Reboot, but this is a hidden gem against the Floowandereeze.
Yeah,
When they
sure.
activate that trap, set it back, and then you go up.
OTK.
Because this deck easily deals with M-Pen. You just make Break Sword, pop it, and do your full combo from there. I set up for next turn, and they can't play through that. So this was really good. Trinidad Trinidad National, since I have a plethora of decks, it's very wide. So while a lot of decks might be able to set up a negate for Nibiru, the logic behind this was simply Nibiru plus Imperm was Bortle. And if they didn't have a negate, well,
Portland.
Bortle. This really came up with the Swordsoul matches. Bortle. Once it didn't make Baron first, those are Bortle.
Punish.
Easy. I actually won a game because I got through in Nibiru. I actually won a game while I got Nibiru.
Oh, that's amazing.
It made a huge token, 9,100. Boom. This isn't everybody there.
Best side card for the moment.
This
Just
was one of the most used traps
Correct.
in Nationals.
yeah, everybody side deck had this, and rightfully so. We had a lot of synchro decks, we had a lot of fusion decks, and well,
And rogues.
and rogues. So, well, in terms of this affected me, I got barrier flipped on me. Still won anyway. I don't need to go into
barrier
the
don't affect you, yeah.
yeah. So the deck is focused between the Link and the XCs, so it has a good blend.
That's where access code paying you work.
Correct. So that was it.
Alright. Any takeaways from the tournament? You want to go through your matchups or?
Yeah, I can go through my matchups. First, I would have played going second Dinos, a lot of hand chops, but I also had a lot of hand chops, so it ended up becoming a top deck war, 2 games,
Sure.
and I won. That was luck. The next round, I get dig out. I didn't draw good, and
What
I
deck
playing
was it?
against Traptrix, and Grave Digger Chaco just living. I have to
Shout
PTSD
out to
about that
Adonis.
one.
I'm
Shout
pretty
out
sure
to
it's Adonis.
It is.
Yeah.
I was just there looking at Sarah, reading this card is unaffected by sharp effects, watching the 3 Imperm and 2 Fog Blade. Tears, actual tears. Round 3, I played Swordsoul. First game, bricked a bit, and he OTK me. Swift. Game 2, the hand drops came in. He Nibiru'd me, but I used that Nibiru token to beat him. That was a huge one. round 4, I just got outgassed by Despia. I opened the hand traps, but they had the coil, they had the cosmic, just break the board, made Chimera, popped off, and they had the nuts. They opened gas.
Gas is gas.
Gas is gas. Round 5, Swordsoul again. This deck just has a really good Swordsoul matchup. And won it.
So we should bring back Protoss.
Please no, no. That card will live in me. Solomon Great. Actually, this was Adventure Solomon Great. It was interesting, but
I'm pretty sure the player was interesting too.
nah, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Shout him out, shout him out.
Shout out to my boy AJ, Bo, big ups. But yeah, that match was all about the hands we got because we were both on the Brave Engine. But I was just able to have the better gas and break his board with setting up equation, and that was the most important. Next up, we have Cyber Dragon.
In 2022?
Yeah, I see him summon core, I was sweating. I had the ass shaky. Anytime I play Cyber Dragon or Heroes, I start to panic because I know I blink, I get OTK. So I watch that thing like a hawk, read every card, and luckily I came out on top and got a win there.
Reading is fundamental.
True, read your cards, guys. They win you games. Next up was Floowandereeze. Now, this deck has a pretty shitty matchup against Floowandereeze. They're gonna toss Shifter, they're gonna book your cards, and you're gonna cry. Luckily, somehow, they didn't have the Shifter and the book, so I was able to play through, do some things, Zeus the board, and we made a win out of it.
They didn't have the shifter because they weren't this guy.
True. If it was Scott, I would have lost. He would have opened Shifter 3 games.
Yep.
Some like the Egos was on your side there.
True, true. I have to admit, I got some luck. Round 9 was another Swordsoul matchup. This one, he didn't open too well. He almost how many moye. I improved, set one pass, win from there. And then game 2, I got to set on my full board with the Brave package, Rusty, double fog blade with a break sword engrave. So with the hand chops, I whittled him down to 2 or 3 cards, and then I knew that he had 1 or 2 tennies engraved, 1 or 2 tennies in hand. So I could opt to just waste a fog blade on it to get the pop because he needed the bodies to come off. So it was a risky play, but knowing what I knew about what was in hand, and
no, that was good.
I made
I think that was a good
call.
I did good call. Top 16?
So well, I only played one match in top 16, and that was against basically, I don't know what to call it, Punk, Synchro, Pile.
Yep.
And game 1, lost the dice roll, open no hand chops.
Side lock, yeah.
Side lock, I was like, game 2, yeah, he did play Therion. So game 2, I sat on my board, up loser Trini 8, Brave, double fog blade. He couldn't play through it. Then game 3, he really just opened Dinos. I drew kind of hot shit, but it was 3 hand drops.
Not just hot shit.
Fearful Adventure and droplets. So that could have done things, but he just opened everything, all the gas, and played through all of it. And then on my turn, I top deck Stain Greaves, which is the worst top deck, and I just lost.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think the deck really performed well. The amount of times I just got the cards I needed, it's like I was just listening to them. I was like, hey, my chances, boom.
This was your weekend?
This was my weekend. I felt it. I felt the connection with the deck, and the game plan was solid. It was just to put it on the resources, set up the grave, and then next turn PK. OTK.
PK best deck.
PK best deck.
Question.
Yeah.
Besides somebody goes over it, anything you may have wanted to change after the experience?
Yes. One thing I found that I should have played for sure is Droll, because I got drolled a lot. Especially all these sorts of players droll me in VAC. I don't know if that was like a staple thing, but droll.
A secret in the group.
Yeah, it was really impactful. And then when I actually thought about it, I should have played the droll over the DD Actually, well, give him a matchup. Yeah, but I definitely should have had the droll at least in my side.
Yeah.
Because a lot of matches I would have profited a lot from getting that droll over. So that's it mainly. I just want to find a way to put in droll. But what I'll take out, I don't know.
We have time to decide. Any shout-outs, any things you like to take out?
Real shout-outs. We have... In fact, I wasn't even coming today.
Oh, so who make it come?
Real people. This man right here, Shivendra Harripersad, my boy Alessandro, the whole LM team. Shout out to Brandon, Scott, Sanjay, Manu, Satyam, Jules. You still owe my Starbucks, by the way, Jules. I just letting you know. The whole cleanup crew, Keelan, Rishad, Ajay, Abby Cage, Basdale. These guys, sorry for your name, but no, I didn't forget him. I just end the sentence. But love you all so much. Love LM, love cleanup crew. You all supported me a lot. All the testing, all the Therion. I didn't even know what I was gonna play until like Thursday, right? I wanted to play some dotishness, but they was like, no, play PK. That is your best deck. You'll do good with it. And I listened. And
Shut the fuck up and play PK.
Go against your love.
True. PK is my favorite deck. 2 levels. Any deck that can put 2 level 3s on board.
Best deck.
So I can make Cherubini best deck. 100%.
Is it your favorite deck until World Cup, man?
Every. Let me not talk about that. Let me not talk about
This is
that.
your favorite. Alright. Thank you very much. And LM Best Team.
LM Best Team.